Alright, Sheriff, I need no money. You can deduct my pay. I would like the finest revolver from the smith that makes them here, and several rounds to go with it. But I would like the finest revolver. So if that can be acquired cheaper through this, then I would like to do that.
You want one of old Smith's pieces?
Mm-hmm. The best revolver he's got.
He's a collector.
Custom made.
A collector who owns no guns.
I'm looking to start.
An aspiring collector.
He leans back, strokes his mustache. That's odd, but suppose that might be workable. Matter of fact, he reaches down to his belt and retrieves his pistol, a pretty large pistol, a nice ivory grip, all sorts of designs carved in, sort of leaf and vine designs carved into it. You get me those guns, she's yours.
I like that, sir, but I want Smith to make one for me. Sorry.
Fair enough. He could be convinced.
All right, cool.
Takes his gun, puts it back in the holster. What about you, sir? You looking for a?
Sure. I could all. I feel like it'd be kind of nice having a good old cowboy gun.
Kind of looks at you like you just said something ridiculous, but you're not from around here, are you?
No. Just passing through.
Where are you from, out of curiosity?
Where are we from?
Don't know.
What is?
Well, I imagine Vlad is from at best a hole in the ground.
All I know is well, gee, the thing is I don't know the area, so I really don't know what kind of plausible backstory I could have about how I got the crazy influence and all.
Well, that mostly just be a case of you maybe volunteered for something, or might not be entirely up to you. Maybe you volunteered and wanted to work with the coalition, changed your mind when you saw their policies, or maybe
let's go with
you
that.
just ran. Maybe you ran with some mercs up north.
Okay.
So you're from up north then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, regardless of where you're from, we'll appreciate your help. He holds out a hand to shake your hands, one by one.
I gently shake his hand.
I don't think you're quite that strong, but not so strong you would break his hand if you didn't restrain yourself. But sure.
I just need to hold out a finger for him to shake or something.
Again, you can restrain yourselves.
You're in human form.
No, he retains all his abilities and attributes regardless of what form he's in. He could turn into a rabbit and be like that scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Can he turn into a rabbit?
Yeah.
He can go that small, yes.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome trap.
Oh my gosh.
Spiral now has to assume the shape of a rabbit, and he will be called Mr. Tickles.
Okay, I finally found it. Railguns, 10 million.
10 million credits per mag. That gives you some context for 150 credits for a pistol.
Wow.
And 30 shots.
Now that does give me 40,000 rounds, so that's 1,000 shots. So, I mean, it'll last, but it's still 10 million credits. And then my missiles are 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 4,500, in that general range.
Wow.
So, you feel like going back to apologize to Smith?
Yeah.
But right now, you have a job. Although the sheriff does comment, need to work on those handshakes, y'all.
We're the most awkward group ever.
So one of you's off sitting outside, just deciding he doesn't want to be social.
Hey, I am fixing my machine and my house.
Likely story.
Well,
Wow.
while that's going on,
while
Seiji,
maintaining a perimeter.
there are children coming up with buckets and sponges, asking if maybe you'd be clearly looking to start cleaning your robot. In fact, one of them braves coming up with the sponge to start scrubbing the feet of your robot without your permission.
Oh, how cute.
Do I notice this?
I guess. Like, you're not inside the robot right now, are you?
I'd mostly be, since I'm maintaining the perimeter, I'd be focusing on things like software, computer diagnostics, and things like that. So I'm inside my robot.
The proximity alert does go up. It's like something got a little too close.
What's close to me again?
A small child with a bucket.
Oh.
He's gonna get us.
I'm just gonna look at the child finally, remember my own childhood and how I dreamed as a child to own my own giant robot, and I'm one step closer to, my dream of owning a fleet of robots, all stored in a giant, aircraft carrier, so that I can just, sail the seven seas and just, live a life of freedom.
The dream has expanded considerably since he was a boy. But fair enough.
Yeah.
At that point, I can't. At that point, I can't help but glance to the left at my my poster of the Devastator. I just say to myself, one day.
It's an old NGR or New German Republic military propaganda poster. One of those. I want you. Only it shows.
They're only available to the NGR military, so I can't get access to it right now on the open market.
One?
Because again, the design is only available to them, to their military.
No, I mean make your own custom robot instead of like a production line.
Well, ignoring the sheer knowledge it would take, it also require an obscene amount of resources.
What did we say? By level 3 I should be able to do that?
Modify one, yeah. Again, you might be able to make one at that point, but you'd again need the aforementioned obscene quantity of resources.
Yeah. But that's also why I have my recycling salvaging skills, so.
Where to now?
Wait, we're still with, before we go, I asked the sheriff, by the way, where is, Hughestown from here?
It's a couple days, few days to the east. Oh, it reminds me. He fishes around in a drawer for a piece of paper and hands it to you with several numbers written on it. These are the last known coordinates of the caravan.
Oh, thank you. That should help a lot. Alright,
Take
we'll
care,
be back
boys.
with your loot. Alright.
So, y'all have a job, and you have a member of sitting outside doing nothing.
How
What's the next
far
goal?
how far away is he from me?
Oh, yeah, y'all can get there in like 10 minutes.
Oh, I wanted to try using telepathy on him.
I'd say you're out of... What's the max range on your telepathy? Because it should describe
100,
that.
140 feet for communicating.
Oh, no, you can see him, but he's too far.
Okay. I'll walk to within 140 feet.
I really want to use this telepathy here.
He gained the power to speak to people's brains. He's going to use it, darn it. He didn't get those implants stuck in his head for nothing. He's got like golf ball. He's got like rivets with the radius of a golf ball stuck in his head. He's gonna use them, darn it.
I'm waiting for him to be crazy and not know when his telepathy's turned on and start saying really crazy things to people.
For context, this guy, the average crazy, has more holes in his brain than Gary Busey.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. More holes in his brain than someone put in front of the firing squad. To be fair, those are currently occupied by pieces of metal, but still.
That got a little dark fast.
Anyway, can I use telepathy on Seiji?
Yeah, you walk a ways forward until you decide you're probably close enough. It's a series of you take a few steps forward, concentrate, take a few steps forward, concentrate until you finally start getting somewhere with this.
Alright, cool.
Okay, now if I remember how this will go. Where are the psionics in here again?
Also, how do you pronounce your name? Seiji? CG?
Seiji.
Seiji. Okay.
Where are the... Never mind. Anyway, so... Raz, you have it pulled open, right?
I don't have the page pulled open. I wrote a brief description of it in my character sheet, but if you want,
does it mention a saving throw?
It's conditional. I believe that's just if I'm trying to eavesdrop on a person's thoughts.
All right.
I don't think sending messages you have a saving throw.
All right. So yeah, you go in. Seiji, you're sitting around doing your fiddling thing, and all of a sudden you hear your compatriot. I don't know how close y'all are.
Pretty close. If I can get in his head.
Don't know how emotionally close y'all are. But Javier does chime in your start echoing around in your head.
It's hey Seiji, we got a job to do. We need to find a caravan that was coming from Houston with energy weapons. He can't reply, by the way, because he's not telepathic.
Well, can I think of something and you be able to read my mind?
I need to be within 60 feet for that.
Oh.
So yeah, he basically just yelled it. He basically just called you up, told you something, and then immediately hung up when he finished the sentence.
All right, well,
together, man, we're gone.
Well, yeah, I was only half paying attention, so all I heard was Houston. So
yeah,
and something about weapons. So
for all he knows, you probably just declared war on the city of Houston.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean.
Next time, Raz, just say, "Hey, free weapons at blank, 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 blank."
I mean, I guess to roleplay this, I'm just gonna get up and start walking towards Houston.
Without us?
As far as I know, you're saying you're going to Houston to get some weapons.
But,
okay,
so
well,
Raz, Javier, Vlad, y'all do. Javier, after you see your message, you do see the familiar sight of Seiji's Death Knight getting up and just start bumbling off to what you presume to be the east, judging by the position of the sun.
Okay, I really quickly run to him, and I am insanely fast.
Alright, yeah, your speed is what again?
It's 41.
Okay, yes, and if I remember correctly, it is I gotta pull that up again.
I'm looking up my speed of my robot real quick. Just give me a second.
Oh gosh, why do you not want him to catch you?
It's not bad.
He was just told that you've declared war. He is off to cry havoc and let slip the dogs.
Oh no!
I'm about to rain hell on some shit.
I run at 28 miles per hour.
I'm not gonna be running, so I guess I'm gonna be more at a a leisurely kind of walk. So I'm somewhere at, I guess, running is 70. What would be like walking half that?
I'd say yeah.
So 35.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly.
You're
oh god,
just up and away in the middle of town.
I'll walk outside of town to transform.
You don't even have to transform to fly. You keep all your abilities. It just looked like something out of Superman.
Dude, I'm doing that. Yes.
At least that's what I'm saying will happen.
All right, I'll do that then. For now, let me transform mid-flight so that way my ability to be human can recharge.
It's a pretty clear day. So the people of Houston would just see a 30-foot dragon just spontaneously materialize in the sky.
Yeah, that's fine. Let them see that, and let them see Usain Bolt running at this giant robot.
Oh, you people. Okay. So
they're not against
here's how this goes. Seiji, you get the message. Houston, weapons. And then you immediately get up and you just start trudging off. Like, you're hearing the drums of war banging in your head. You're trying your best to look all dramatic and serious as you trudge off to battle.
I got quite a what do they call it? It starts with
Mixtape.
it starts with an S. It's like how you walk. Strut. Yeah, I have
Stride.
Yeah. There
It's
we
like
go.
a
like that-
swagger. I would think
got-
Swagger.
like a-
There we go. Yeah.
It's a march of the end situation here.
Oh yeah.
But Javier, you see this going on and realize something got a little tangled in the transmission and just book it. Like, you are running, like, you could probably outpace most conventional vehicles. Vlad, seeing this, decides, okay, I guess we're going that way. Heads out of town and just doosh, with a boom, flies off the ground and just takes off. Once you're a couple hundred feet in the air, you decide to assume your true form in the skies and carry on after them. Although, are you going slow enough to not outpace them? Because flying, you are at least twice as fast as either of them.
Yeah, I'll stick around him. If I get ahead of him, I'll just kind of circle around.
Okay, Javier, you're the closest one to the ground, so you're the only one on the ground at this point, and close to the town. So you do hear the sounds of people panicking and freaking out as you and it doesn't take long to realize where the very large shadow above you is coming from.
I mean, they shouldn't be too worried.
Seiji, your radar, your environmental scanners do pick up a very large object, a couple hundred feet above you, as you're doing this, somewhat interrupting what I assume you think is an epic moment.
Alright, I want to investigate the thing that's above me.
All right, tilt your head back, and on your cameras, you see. Guess.
Beautiful blue dragon.
Oh, I noticed
Yes.
it's a dragon.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
You
Do I
do
recognize
realize-
it? Do I recognize it as Vlad?
Yeah.
Better.
You realize it's Vlad.
Okay. So it's
You've-
not just
there-
some random dragon that popped up out of nowhere.
And you initially think that, probably because you're still stuck in war movie mode, but you do notice you've had enough encounter. It took you a while, but you eventually had managed to talk to him about the whole turning into a dragon in public bit, and he does appear to be disregarding this.
All right. Well, then I'll oh, what's
Not disregarding it. I got out of town first.
It's still public if people can see you.
They
there we
didn't
go.
see-
I'll disengage my anti-air weapons.
Thank goodness.
I thought basically everything except your axe was an anti-air weapon.
One of my guns is actually specialized for anti-air. Let's see here, page 2 something. Where are you, Death Knight? Ah, there you are. Yeah, my laser guns are specialized for anti-aircraft because they're mounted on my shoulders. They're meant to be fired up. I mean,
Well, they're not really.
They can move
they're not-
180 degrees, so I can make like a straightforward shot. But like, if I want to shoot the ground with my lasers, I have to like lean over.
Right. But to be fair, these things don't need to be disengaged. They're not active all the time. They're not auto-firing.
Hey, if some gigantic thing pops up on my radar straight above me, I'm locking on weapons. Especially if I'm in war mode, war strutting mode.
You got your
War
battle.
swagger.
You got your battle swagger.
There
Uh-huh.
you go.
If you've got the battle swagger on, it is.
Anything's open game.
That's going to be our official term for it. The battle swagger.
The
isn't
battle
it?
swag. I'm gonna work to get like a little battle remix thing, and every time that goes on, I'm just gonna play that in the background.
Uh-huh.
Just like some
Okay, so while you do that, the sight of
Shoot
Vlad
polish
and
out.
Dragon.
Puts it
So
on
if the
space.
sight of Vlad in dragon form kind of snaps you out of it. Your battle swagger turns into a sort of half confused stride, and you do see something else rapidly approaching behind you on your radar, and you see the sight of Javier kicking up a cloud of dust the size of a small jeep.
This is about right.
Probably flailing his arms, occasionally jumping up and down, trying to get your attention.
Oh, he's actually trying to get my attention, and he's not just
Yeah.
running. Because
Yeah,
I was about to
trying
say,
to get. I'm trying to get to you because I thought you were gonna wait for us.
no, man, you gave me the signal to go. I'm going. So, all
remember,
right, so-
kids. Remember, kids. Poor communication kills.
So noticing that while we normally travel with Vlad flying, me just kind of swaggering on, and Javier just running at full speed to try and keep up. The addition of jumping and flailing to his running has caught my attention, and I'm gonna stop and turn around and kind of be like, what the hell's going on?
Yes, you are now close enough for verbal communication, amplified by your robot's speakers.
All right, what do you want, Javier?
A ride.
That would be nice.
You know you're not
Well,
allowed
he
in my
is the-
robot.
Oh, come on.
Just
let us
pick him
get
up and
it.
carry him. He is the only one of you who gets tired.
He can ride on my feet.
Just hold on for dear life. But I imagine that's not actually the point, Javier.
We need to talk.
Talk what? You said go to Houston for weapons.
I
Or
just said we had a
Houston.
job.
Or
I just said
Houston.
we had a job. I didn't get to tell you everything.
Well, stop using your mind thingy and then just walking away, expecting me to just understand it all. Why don't you invest in a walkie-talkie, or some field radio? Just radio it in. Allow for some communication. It's a two-way street, man. You just chime in with your little psychic telepathy and just expect me to always be listening. I gotta do stuff, man. You think this gigantic robot's gonna maintain itself?
So,
Got you
Vlad,
in
do
a
you
shelter.
do you stay hovering in the air, or do you maybe touch down somewhere off in the distance while Mom and Dad argue?
I'm flying in a circle. I'll just fly down. I will pick up Javier, and then I'll place him on the top of the robot.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
pick him up off the robot and put him back on the ground.
Okay.
I passed the piece of paper with the coordinates to Seiji.
Seiji,
Seiji.
well, you hold out the coordinates for him. He's still in the robot, and the cockpit's a good ways off the ground.
I
Oh,
can zoom
I
my
thought- I
cameras
thought I
in,
was-
can't I?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was on top
Yeah,
of it.
put him on top of it.
Well, regardless, he is now looking at the piece of paper with the coordinates. Are you just going to show him the paper and trust that he knows what's going on again, or are you going to actually
That
try
worked
and
so well the
communicate?
first time.
See if you can get into the cockpit, man.
Can I?
My
No,
cockpit
that
is
is
locked.
sealed off. Yeah, that sucker is sealed. It's designed to keep people out.
No, like ask for permission.
Denied.
Oh, come on. Think about it. It could be like Space Dandy, where you have like a little house in there.
I'm not
Okay.
letting.
That's-
I'm not
like-
not letting a crazy inside my confined home. I'm sorry. No.
Oh.
He does have a house in there. That's why he doesn't
I'm
either
not
view.
crazy yet.
To be
The
fair,
pot-
you did let several. You did get several pieces of machinery stuck in your brain. That kind of implies you weren't all there to begin with.
Hey,
Hey,
I let him ride the feet of my robot.
Okay.
Okay.
While I have the paper out, I use telepathy on him again, and this time I explicitly say, "These are the coordinates of a caravan that was intercepted by bandits. Go
I should
here."
point out you're burning an ISP to do this, and he can hear you.
I don't care. I like saying things directly to his brain.
And you wonder why I don't like you in my robot.
Oh, gosh.
This is just a day in the life for this weird family, isn't it?
All right. So, yeah, I guess, do I do a navigational check to see if I can set the coordinates to go there?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Let me do my skills. Let's see here. Navigation.
Raz, deduct the necessary ISP from your pool for your 2 uses of telepathy.
Yeah.
I do 1d100, right?
Yes.
All right.
You don't have to apply any bonuses. It's just straight, and then compare it to your skill. If it's less, then you did it.
All right. And I have to roll under my total?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm apparently off a bit in my navigational setting. Let's see here. For that, I just read the penalty somewhere. I think I'm off. Let's see here. I was supposed to roll a 56. I rolled a 63. That's 4. That's 7 points off. Oh, where's my navigational page?
I'll say you manage it, but it takes you a good couple hours.
Okay.
It's not often that you have to actually input the coordinates into your computers.
Okay. Oh, wait, here we go. Robot control. There we go, page 67. I'm going to write down all of this stuff down so I don't have to look this up next time.
Yeah, well, you manage it. It just takes you a while. It's a case of that's what you were tinkering with when you got the message.
All right.
So you were just working trying to work some bugs out of your navigational software.
All right. But
in the time it takes you to do that, you do see a jeep roll up with a few guys with guns and the sheriff. What in the world is going on out here?
You guys were coming?
Vlad, out of curiosity, have you assumed a human form again?
No. I do it.
Please don't.
No, I'm still flying.
Okay, so you're still just soaring around up in the air.
Yes.
Sheriff and a couple of guys from the town have come rocking up in the jeep, guns at the ready. What in the world is going on out here?
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty brave sheriff driving up to a dragon.
and a gigantic robot.
Oh, hi, sir. I don't know where I am, so I don't know if you can see me, but
you're in front of him. You're still coming down from your arguing with the Seiji.
Oh, okay. I was just telling my friend here about this job we're doing.
The sheriff looks at you, looks up, points. What? You can see a few of the guys also looking up at Vlad, clearly contemplating whether or not they should try and shoot, or if it's just not worth the effort.
Can I talk while I'm a dragon? I assume I can.
Of course.
Hey guys, I no need for alarm. I'm a dragon.
I'm surprised you're even being this courteous. Like, those bullets would just bounce off of you. You probably wouldn't even notice them.
Well, I just don't want to scare him.
It's a bit late for that, considering you just Supermaned out of town, and then turned into a giant flying lizard.
Like,
I didn't think they'd actually chase us.
I need to maintain the peace so I can get my revolver. But anyway, no worries, Sheriff. Now you got some real firepower here to go handle whatever we're doing.
We just didn't want to scare you.
A little late for that.
You're all right. Come on, let's go. Any of you guys want to ride on a dragon?
Oh no, we're staying here.
Okay.
Town's still our responsibility. You just go.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do. Be
Hops
back in a
in the
bit.
jeep and they all drive back to town.
Ta-ta.
Not everybody hates dragons.
I think it's more a case of they're smart enough not to try and anger one.
Okay, I found it. 2d6. Oh, hold on. Slash roll 2d6. Okay, so I'm 120 miles off course.
Oh man, how'd you crit on that? Twice, I might add. Can I, I'm a dragon, do I have a natural sense of direction? Can I say, this doesn't seem right?
No, you are not innately skilled at navigating based on coordinates.
Darn.
I can give it a go, though. Is it land navigation?
Well, you're working off of, again, latitude and longitude. You don't really have the equipment on you, I don't think. I don't think you're carrying around a radar.
No, I'm not that rich.
Right,
I'm basically as poor as I could possibly be.
You have the clothes on your back and the equipment that you're carrying, but that's about all you've got.
Yeah.
Let's get to the wrong destination as soon as we can, so we can make our way to the right one.
How far is this destination? How many hours?
About where you end up is about 6 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, in the event that I fail, I get to re-roll every hour, so I can correct my course.
Can I just fly ahead? I'm just. Just want to see.
But
you,
you don't know.
you still
don't
have
know
no
what-
clue where you're going.
Alrighty.
Just follow the guy in the giant robot.
Oh, all right, let's go.
All right, so for the first hour, we're off by 120 miles.
Yes.